Cheers, Faye. Teams coming out of the tunnel here at a packed Ellen Road. Another full house here as Leeds look to bounce back from that disappointing midweek loss at Stoke. Can they close the gap on the top two? It's a big week for Leeds with Leicester waiting on Friday. Another game you'll hear on the TalkSport network. For Huddersfield, well, their aims are a little bit more short-term. They need wins to get them away from the bottom end of the table. They were pathetic, and I use that word, pathetic. It was a pathetic performance on Tuesday. They need to be better if they're going to compete here. There's no love lost between these two, to such an extent that the Huddersfield Twitter account didn't even name the team they were playing today when they said that they were in action this afternoon. But who will come out on top? It's Derby Day in West Yorkshire, and it promises to be a cracker. It's the start of another huge day of football here on TalkSport 2. This West Yorkshire derby gets things underway in the Championship, and then a huge clash in the Premier League at 3 o'clock. The only place you'll hear Bournemouth against Burnley is live right here on TalkSport 2 with Faye and Dante and Alvin Martin this afternoon. Leeds all in white then. It's the change strip of Huddersfield Town. Let's give you the two teams, both who make changes from their midweek losses. For Leeds as Gray, Nonto, Gruyev and Anthony drop to the bench. Shackleton, Kamara, James and Somerville come in. It's Meslier the keeper. Shackleton, Rodon, Stroik and Byram at the back. Somerville, Ampadu, Kamara and James across the middle, with Perot just behind Jorginho Rutter up top. On the bench, Darlow, Ayling, Cooper, Bamford, Anthony, Gray, Poveda, Nonto and Gruyev. What about Huddersfield then? No Jack Radoni's a big blow for their chances here. Headley and Pearson are the three that drop out as Diarra, Lees and Edwards come in. It's Nichols in goal. The back three of Lees, Helik and Nakayama, with Thomas Wiles, Hogg, Diarra, Edwards across the middle. It's Harrott and Birdsall up top. On the bench, Maxwell, Edmonds Green, Pearson, Headley, Hudlin, Jackson, Osterfield, Daly and Yorpenda. About to get underway. The two captains are making their way into the centre. It's like little and large. Pascal Stroik, way over 6 foot. Jonathan Hogg, a little short of 6 foot, but a real warhorse in the middle of that Huddersfield midfield. Chris, you raise your eyebrows when I labelled that performance in midweek pathetic. They were poor, Huddersfield, really poor. Darren Moore needs, if not a result, he needs a performance at the very least from his side today.
No, you're spot on, Mark. You know, I think really disjointed performance, wasn't it? You know, you just want to be competitive, go out there, do the basics well, work hard for the badge, as they saying, for your teammates beside you. Wasn't the case. Completely ran over, you know, soft, you know, you just be professional. Go out there and just, you know, it's like, mark your men, take responsibility. They never did that midweek, and to be fair, Darren Moore, you can see how disappointed he was, but the players do have to take responsibility as well. You talked about Jonathan Hogg, very good friend of mine. You know, we used to be roommates at Watford, and what a machine he is, by the way. The angriest man in football as well. So if anyone can get them going, I'm sure Hoggy can.
Interesting here that Huddersfield have clearly won the toss, and they've made Leeds attack the Cop End in the first half, which is normally what Leeds like to do second half. I was at St James's Park last week. Crystal Palace did the same thing to Newcastle. Newcastle attacking the Gallowgate with 3-0 up at half time. It's a brave move from Huddersfield. A little bit of mind games early on from the Terriers.
Well, I'll be honest, every time I played against Leeds here at Ellen Road, my team did the exact same. I mean, I scored 2 goals against Leeds here the last time I played here. Like you say, it's important for them, but it's just like the mind, the kind of mentality thing as well. Anything to just get that positive favour.
Well, we are underway. Leeds going from right to left, all in white. Huddersfield in the change black strip. Ball forward by Leeds, looking for Jorginho Rutter. Ball headed forward by Byram. Rutter brings it down. Somerville, ball bounces off him, but here goes Rutter now trying to outpace the defence on this near side, and he'll earn himself a throw-in down the Leeds left.
Well, it's excellent from Rutter there. As soon as he gets the ball, one thing in mind, can he get at his opposing player? There was a moment straight from kick-off, the ball was won defensively, goes up in the air. Jonathan Hogg has so much time, he needs that information from his players. He's comfortable to get the ball down and play, but he needs that information coming from behind.
Well, Hogg has just cleared the ball. He got a little bit fortunate there. Byram couldn't control it. It's played forward and side-footed forward by Joe Rodon on halfway, and Huddersfield will bring it down on this near side, but they've lost possession. They can't get out of their own half at the moment, Huddersfield. Early stages here, and Somerville just couldn't take in the ball forward for him, and it's cleared away, and Stroik wins the header up against Keane Harrott. the youngster leading the line for Huddersfield here. Early stages, but signs that Leeds are going to dominate possession early on here.
Yeah, I think that was to be expected, that Leeds would have more of the ball. There's been already 3 occasions where Huddersfield can just go with a little bit of quality mark into the opposing channel. They don't do it. Kane had it. Either that or a little bit of quality into the body.
All over the top here by Leeds, looking to get Dan James in down the right hand side. Ball's cleared away from him and it comes off Shackleton. It's out for a throw-in over on the far side. Leeds 0, Huddersfield 0. If you've just joined us live here on TalkSport 2, over on TalkSport right now, Chelsea against Brentford, all part of Game Day Live across the TalkSport network. If you've got the app, you can swipe left and right between the two. If you've not, it's free and available in all the usual places. But here we're at Ellen Road. I'm looking round, I cannot see a single seat that is not taken here on Derby Day. The Huddersfield fans, they're all stood away to our right in the main stand here, as Leeds defending on halfway over on the far side. Ball, there seemed to be a foul there on the Huddersfield player, but Harrott just gets up and gets on with it, and the ball goes all the way back to Lee Nichols, who's all in a bright pink goalkeeping strip today. Away to our right, Ilhan Meslier in the more traditional green goalkeeping strip, as Nichols just awaits the Leeds player to come and close him down, and he clears downfield, and it's flicked on by Huddersfield but out of play just over the halfway line. And Huddersfield yet really to get going, but they'll be conscious, Chris, they were behind inside a couple of minutes midweek. They'll want a quiet start today. They'll want to try and take this crowd out of it.
No, exactly. That's the important thing that they have to make sure that they do. Not concede early. They'll have certain stages, usually say 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. It'll probably be 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Well, here's a chance here now as the ball played into Glenn Kamara in the edge of the area, pulls it back. He was looking to get Byram in. It was Somerville. It was a lovely crossfield ball that fed Somerville. And another bright attack from Leeds, who are using the width of the field.
Well, Sorba Thomas, you've got to give him a lot of credit there. Defensively, got back in his team when Glenn Kamara's tried to cut it back. He's in the right position just to nullify the threat there. That's what it takes. Players saying, you know what, that's my man, I'm sticking with him, I'm not passing him on, I'm going all the way, and if he gets the opportunity, I'm going to be close enough to affect it.
Still 0-0, but good signs for Leeds. They were on top early on here, and they've got the ball on halfway now. Stroik, the Leeds captain this afternoon, gets it away to Sam Byram, and Byram feeds it in. Here's Ampadu being at the heart of that midfield. A really good buy from Chelsea, already proving his worth as Leeds come forward again. Huddersfield trying to close the space as Somerville has it. He plays it into Ampadu, who's got to be quick to keep it alive, and he does. Moves the ball away from Diarra. And Leeds are just trying to pull Huddersfield out of shape at the moment, but credit Huddersfield, they've been pretty disciplined here.
Yeah, they are. Compact. I think that midfield 5 working very, very hard. I'm looking at Kane Harrott. He's running about, he's trying to chase. He's got to stay central and try and keep Leeds one side. There's no point in putting pressure. He'll just bounce it into the holding midfielder and get it back. So he's got to keep his energy for when Huddersfield are in good possession of the ball.
Here's Somerville, looks the ball across towards the far post. Great ball, can he be kept in? No. Dan James' touch let him down. He was in on goal and he had Pirot marked 6 yards out, but he couldn't keep the ball in play.
Well, I'm looking at that. It's an excellent ball from Byram there. Dan James completely unmarked. I think take it first time. Now with the form that he's on, take it on the volley, take it on diving header. There was enough pace on the ball that it would cause Nichols all the problems. But he tries to take a touch, and it was a poor touch at that when they're 2-on-1. Not good enough there. That's a big opportunity there for Leeds.
Nichols been taught to get on with it here. The Leeds fans are giving him plenty behind the goal. He's just said, look, calm down. He's going to try and eke every second out of this as he can as he goes towards halfway. Huddersfield win the header. Hogg heads it inside Leeds half, and finally Huddersfield are going to get a throw in over the halfway line, although I did think that came off a Huddersfield player. Leeds are not happy, and it's a throw in for Huddersfield Town midway inside the Leeds half. That wasn't the greatest throw in. That'll be a contender for a foul throw, I would have thought, but the referees let them get on with it. Darren Moore looks animated down at pitch side. Daniel Farker a little bit more casual as the ball played for by Huddersfield. Ampadu won it back. He wanted Pirot to come and get it, and he didn't. Now Huddersfield might break here. Diarra over halfway. He's got support to his left. That now a chance for the early crossing for Harrott. and it's headed away by Strout. Good defending there in the end, but that was better from Huddersfield.
Yeah, much better. Yakiyama here with an excellent cross, and it's had it there, but it's defensively good header, hold them all the way.
Here's a chance though, Chris. They got to the byline again. They were trying to work the ball in there. It just didn't quite sit right. Huddersfield on the attack in front of the south stand end, trying to work the ball near post. Melier gives a good shout, and they'll come out and collect the ball, and Melier and Leeds have it back. It's still 0-0.
Well, Bergzog getting a lot of the ball down that left flank, but it's end product, isn't it? You want the ball to come in. There was 4 Huddersfield shots in the 18-yard box there. You just want that end product, that final little bit of quality. But that previous chance came from Ben Wells. He's initiated it. He's won the ball back, and then good quality down that left side. Diarra driving forward. Weight of pass was good, and end product from Nakayama.
7 gone, 0-0 here on Derby Day. Byron made a great run down the left, but Leeds didn't find him. Kamara will have it on the edge of the centre circle. The former Rangers man feeds it forward. Perot shows a nice touch. In fact, Rutter shows a nice touch back to Kamara, who's trying to work his way forward. He's out-muscled by 2. Hogg is there, all over it, and Hogg gets a good ball away. And now Huddersfield again on the break. Here's Bergzorg driving forward. Leeds backing off him 30 yards from goal. Couple of step-overs. Just moved into right. Can he get onto his right foot for a shot? That's what he's trying. Now to his left. Pulls the trigger and pulls it just wide. That was better again from Huddersfield. Looking lively on the break. Bergzorg made that himself, but couldn't quite get the power on the shot. Still 0-0.
Well, I'm loving that from Bergzorg, really taking it to Pascal Strout there. He just twisted and turned them inside out, isn't he? I nearly done my medial again there, just looking at it. But to be fair, end product, got the shot away, just couldn't work Mesley in goals. I think excellent ability. He's driving, gets it in the halfway line, driving forward, really direct. I think he could have released it wide and then get himself in the box, but if he ends up with a shot on target or on goal, I don't mind.
Well, he made the chance, couldn't quite finish it off, but there might be another one coming here as Diarra skips away over halfway. Sliding challenge comes in. Referees let that go. I thought that was a tackle from the back, and Huddersfield protests, but referee said, well, look, it's Derby Day, fellas, I'm going to let you tackle. It could be interesting.
Well, the challenge came in, and Diarra's in front. Now, there is slight contact with the ball, but you've taken the player before you make contact with the ball there. The referee's up to speed there. It's a poor decision.
Leeds have it, moving it out wide on their right. They're on the halfway line. Huddersfield are back in shape. Darren Moore, almost like a coaching session, is talking to his players from the edge of the field. I'm surprised the 4th official has asked him to go back in his technical area there. Could be playing on the wing there. Darren, not his traditional position, but...
Would you tell him? Would you go up to him?
I'd ask him politely, yeah. I'd ask him politely. Ball out wide with Leeds. Now they're attacking. Dan James looking to put an early ball in. Skims off a Huddersfield head. Missed clearance there from Ben Wiles. That could have been dangerous, but they do get it away.
But it's just communication. Ben Wiles there, yeah, he's in. He doesn't have to swing the foot at it. Take it under control. He's on his own. That could have went anywhere.
Yeah, and now a foul. Tom Edwards crunches into the back of Somerville, who falls in a heap. Well, even on Derby Day, you're not going to get away with that kind of tackle. And Tom Edwards has left Somerville on the floor. Well,
the referee's having that exact chat that you just said earlier. Look, it's Derby Day, boys. I'm going to let this one go. But you know what, Tom? Maybe it's a little bit too much. Let's calm it down now.
Yeah. Well, Somerville has got up on his haunches. He's now up. And we're just short of 10 minutes gone here on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson and Crystal Wellermore, Faker Others back at base. Will be taking you through a double header this afternoon. Bournemouth, Burnley to come. What a huge game that is. Only place you'll hear it live on TalkSport 2. Here's Somerville's going to get up and take the free kick. A yard in from touch left-hand side. About 20 yards away from the corner flag. He's going to try and whip this in. Huddersfield are trying to hold a high line here. Here comes the delivery now. It's flicked on and a chance at the far post for Leeds. The flag's gone up. It won't count. Perot had the ball in the back of the net, but the flag went up the second that ball was flicked on.
Yeah, again, excellent delivery from Somerville. It's a close one, and what I will say, there's 2 Leeds players, and that's the first what the linesman sees at that side. It's very, very, very tight. There's no VAR, so it is what it is. But excellent little finish. I'm looking at it now. It's no way offside. I don't understand how he can give it offside from the flick. It's tight, isn't it?
It's tight. I'm going to go against you there. I thought he'd just gone half a yard. I think it could be a good call.
Can't score with the arm though, Mark.
Well, we haven't seen the perfect side of it. There is no VAR. Let's enjoy that fact. The flag went up before it went in the net, but a warning sign for a Huddersfield side that conceded 2 goals from corners midweek, so set pieces are clearly a weakness for them at the moment.
It was an excellent delivery from Somerville as well, and that's, you know, what you're going to get, right on the money as well. But they've got to be switched on, Huddersfield, from that second phase. You know, that flick can't allow 2 players to get an opportunity like that.
Could be in again here, and I think Sam Byram has got the ball. Somerville has done. Edwards all ends up. He's into the area now, driving in on goal, onto his right foot, tries a curl, and it gets a deflection off Leeds. They're appealing for handball, Leeds here. It's gone behind for a corner. Just maybe held on to it a little bit too long, and it's a Leeds corner.
Well, I understand what Somerville's trying to do. Far too easy to get away from Tom Edwards there, but then he's driving into the box. You know, there's panic straight away, backing off him. He tries to open up the goal, take it on his right. Even if it comes off the hand there, it's not a penalty kick. What can a defensive player do? He's standing in front. It does come off the hand. It is a corner kick. The referee, James Bell, was right up to speed, and the right decision in the end.
Corner for Leeds. It's all Leeds. 12 gone at Ellen Road. Another set piece flicked on again by Byram, and there was no one on the end of it, and Huddersfield happy to just lump the ball downfield and get as far away from their goal as they can. Leeds have had a couple of big chances early on, and Somerville will be fancying the way he ran round Tom Edwards there, Chris. He'll be fancying this afternoon very much.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get. You know, I think with Somerville, even Dan James on the other side, that energy looking in behind, both very comfortable to come to feet as well. The worry for me, for Darren Moore, that first contact. How many times have Leeds went and won that first little flick? That's where I'm, as captain hockey. Right, it can't happen anymore. Take responsibility.
Here's Byram now having a run at Edwards. Looks for the give and go. Rutter can't quite find him. Edwards has lost it though. Oh, he's got a very, very lenient free kick there, Tom Edwards, who's had a very, very tough start to his afternoon here. 13 gone, and he's been beaten 2 or 3 times down the Huddersfield right-hand side. And Darren Moore's just having a word with Sorba Thomas as he comes past, and I think they're going to have to do something down this side of the defence, Huddersfield. They're getting ripped apart time and time again.
Yeah, they are. Very, very comfortable for Leeds down this left-hand side. Tom Edwards, I don't know what he's trying to do in that position there. He's trying to just flick it away, and, you know, if anything, you put your foot through it. You turn Leeds. You know, he's actually fallen. It's never even been a free kick. So I think Darren Moore, when he's talking to Sorba Thomas, can you then double up? Can you help the player out? Because he's definitely going to need it this afternoon.
Early days here, but if Leeds can get a goal soon, then you get the feeling the floodgates could open. This is a real big test, and Rutter's broken into the box again past Edwards on his right foot, shot blocked and then hammered away as Nichols was coming out. And again, maybe not communication that Huddersfield need at the back. The keeper was going to pick it up. Hogg will clear it, but that's 3 times now that Leeds have worked their way through down this left-hand side, and they are ripping Huddersfield apart. The only thing missing is a goal.
Well, Byram linking up with Rutter there. It's an excellent little touch. Takes it with the outside of his right foot. Just rolls his man. He's going in on goal, but he's trying to wrap that right foot around it. Just put the left foot through it there. Rutter asked the question of Nichols in goals there. Jonathan Hogg got back, made the timely challenge, and like you say, communication. Nichols is coming out and claiming it, and Tom Edwards just clears it from his hands.
He does. Perot's pass, not a good one though. 14 gone, 0-0 here. Huddersfield trying to work their way out of their own half as Hogg will have it. Reminder that over on TalkSport right now, Chelsea-Brentford is live and exclusive. All part of Game Day Live. The goals as they're going with Adrian Durham from 2:30 here on TalkSport 2. Well, it's Bournemouth against Burnley, live with Faker, Ullazzi and Dancher and Alvin Martin. Then tomorrow we've got another big Yorkshire derby. South Yorkshire, though, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham. That is a massive game at the bottom of the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday still waiting for that first win of the season. And Rotherham had a good result in midweek. Will be looking to get another win at Hillsborough. As elsewhere in the Championship, there's been a goal, and Southampton are in front against Birmingham. So Wayne Rooney's tough start continues. Southampton 1, Birmingham 0. Elsewhere in the Championship, it's Harwood Bellis with a goal. It's 0-0 here, but Leeds attacking again with Byram, level with the edge of the penalty area. Looks to go outside Sorba Thomas. A little bit of trickery. Thomas holds his ground, lays it back to Ampadu. Ampadu just floats the ball in, and well, that was a little bit too heavy to say the least, and it bounces once and goes behind for a goal kick. 16 gone here at Eleanor, live on TalkSport 2. It's Leeds 0, Huddersfield 0, former Scotland striker Chris O'Wellamo alongside us. What you made in the opening 16 minutes, Chris?
Yeah, well, it's what I expected, Leeds to be completely in control. Huddersfield, I think in that middle third, they're competing well, but it's in the defensive third where they're really lacking, albeit Sober Thomas has just got back there, really kind of slowed Byram down. Ampadu take a shot from there, but like you say, Huddersfield are definitely second best.
Whoa, Meslier there, playing the ball out from the back, Chris. He's wanted all the time in the world. He's chased down by Bergzog, who blocked his clearance, and luckily for Leeds, he goes behind for a goal kick.
Well, Bergzog came a long way. He has, I wouldn't say he's seen a lot of it, but he's probably been the player that's kind of shining brightest for Huddersfield at this moment in time. He's making a lot happen down that left-hand side when he gets the ball, but they're very, very limited. Bergzog and Sober Thomas is the either side of the five in midfield, but still Leeds are just moving the ball really, really well, moving Huddersfield around, and when they've always got that option in Somerville and Dan James on the flank, they can come to feet, they can go in behind. It's always an option. It's very hard to defend against, but when they get into that attacking third, so important, they have to stop the cross from coming in.
You mentioned Ampadu having a shot. This is his 7th club he's had. He's obviously had a lot of loans when he was at Chelsea. Over 100 league appearances, never scored a league goal. Ball now down the Leeds right. Here's Shackleton. Just had to wait for Dan James to deliver the ball. Now he lays it back for Joe Pirot. 25 yards out, tries to thread the eye of a need. Little ball, fall back for Pirot. Edge of the area, Georgino Rutter has it. He's outnumbered, but Sink gets the ball back. Plays it to Somerville, and a good tackle there. Tom Edwards this time was right on the money, but it's another Leeds corner.
Well, Pirot and Rutter linking up so well. The intricate play, the little gives and go, and then even the weight of pass from Rutter to Somerville there. It's probably a poor touch. If anything, he's trying to keep it onto his right foot. If he drags it and takes it onto his left, he's definitely getting an opportunity at the Huddersfield goal.
Corner in front of the Kop end then. Leeds looking for the opening goal. It's delivered far post. There's a Leeds header there. We'll head it back towards the edge of the area. It falls here for Dan James, who hits it, and it hit Pirot, who was offside, and it'll bounce away. I think that's going on target, and Lee Nichols was certainly interested in the shot, but Leeds will concede a free kick. They were offside. Well,
you just look at that there. Pirot cannot get out the way of that. He's tried to jump it. If it does go in the back of the net, the flag goes up. He is definitely in the line of the ball. So for Nichols, the Huddersfield goalkeeper, he is interfering with play. So the right decision, but Huddersfield, it's just so frantic, isn't it? The balls are coming in, not really clearing their lines when they're getting the first contact, if it's head or with foot. They've got to be better defensively.
They have, but crucially for Huddersfield, it is still 0-0. Now they'll play the ball. That's not the best pass out on this near side to Hellick, but Hellick will get the ball forward. Flick round the corner looking for Sober Thomas, and a lunging, sliding challenge there from Byram knocks it out for a throw to Huddersfield.
Yeah, I thought all of that was much better from Huddersfield. You talk about the pass from Nichols there, and it's on front, so he's coming onto it. Hellick, good little ball into Harrett, little one round the corner for Sober Thomas. Much better play, and I'm surprised I haven't seen this a lot earlier.
Well, the long throw goes into the Leeds penalty area. It's headed away, edge of the 6-yard box. Rutter with a nice touch, and now he's looking to play Somerville. That's a great pass, and Somerville from halfway now. It's 3-on-2, bearing down on goal. Ball fed into the path of Dan James, edge of the area, shoots, and Dan James scores for Leeds United. A wonderful counter-attacking goal. The touch of Rutter on the edge of his own area. Fred Somerville, who finds James, and Leeds lead 1-0.
Well, it's an excellent finish. From start to finish, as I say, Rutter with a touch on the edge of the box. He just takes his time. He's got the opposing player right up his backside there as well. He turns the one over the top for Somerville to run onto. Great first touch from Somerville. He's driving. Pirot and Dan James in their support. The weight of pass, I thought, was it behind Dan James? Didn't care. Just took his touch. One touch out his feet. Take another just to create the angle. Fantastic finish to the bottom right hand corner, and Nichols doesn't really have a chance here. Has to bend it round the player as well. It's a fantastic finish here from Leeds, but the speed from back to front with the quality as well, outstanding goal, Mark.
Dan James probably doesn't get the number of goals that his talents would say he should get, but that is an emphatic finish.
Excellent finish, but he creates a lot of opportunities for players as well. 4 assists already he's got this season, in the league. So it's important, but you're right, with the quality that he's got, that finish, he's got that in his artillery. We need to be seeing more goals from the man.
Yeah, that was a good start for him. Perrault wins the ball on halfway, and Leeds are looking to attack again. They're trying to play him down the right-hand side. It's the goal scorer, James, going to keep it in on the byline. Floats it towards the back post. Somerville's having a wrestling match with Edwards, and it's cleared away by Huddersfield. Byram lunges in, keeps it down, gets it to Somerville. Went for the shot, and it's blocked, and Huddersfield will try and break with Sorba Thomas, who looks up, and he's got Harrott and Bergzorg. And a ball over the top back, just fine Bergzorg. Chested down, it'll fall to Bergzorg. In on goal, chance for the equaliser. What a challenge that is from Leeds. What a challenge to stop the shot. Road on it is, he's thrown everything at that, and that should have been 1-1.
Well, it was. It should be. I need to see this on the monitor as well, Mark, because I'm sitting thinking it's a penalty kick. Bergzorg put his body in front. Sorba Thomas with a little ball over the top, and I've got to say it's Joe Rodon that takes it on the chest. You know what? I don't think it is a penalty. I'm looking at him on this angle now, coming round. Yeah, all ball.
Great
it's
challenge.
A fantastic challenge, isn't it?
Is.
And one that Rodon has to be timely there as well. It was Shackleton that came in across and tried to take it on his chest. What are you doing? Put the head through the ball there. But Joe Rodon, and seen the danger, got across the like of Bergzorg there, and it had to be the perfect timing on it, and it was.
Bergzorg is making his way over to the near side. I think the referee's told him he's got to take his earring out. He's got an earring in, and he's just taking it out now and handing it to the medical staff. In fact, he's got 2 earrings in. What's that all about?
Well, the linesman's not done his job. When you walk out the dressing room, they'll give you a little look over and that. Well, how can you miss 2 earrings? Surely, come on, it's checking the pads, checking the boots. Got to check the earrings as well, Mark.
The game's gone. Playing in earrings. What's going on? Ball on halfway. Leeds have it. They lead by a goal to 0. Dan James scoring just a couple of minutes to go, but Huddersfield have just had their best chance. Bergzorg it was, who was denied by a wonderful Rodon challenge. 10 yards out from goal. Leeds, a warning for them. They're not going to have it all their own way, but they're on top here heavily at the moment. Here's Somerville up against Edwards on this near side. Lays it back here for Ampadu, 25 yards out. Lays it to Perrault, gets it back. Referee almost got in the way there. Here's Glenn Kamara, who's looked busy. Finds Somerville, poor touch Somerville, but Ampadu, that's a terrible challenge. And Hogg's in trouble here. There's a card coming out. The referee almost holding back the Leeds players. It's only a yellow card, and Jonathan Hogg might be grateful there is no VAR, because that didn't look great.
Yeah, you know what, it was he committed to the chat.
That is a shock.
It's a straight red. It should be a straight red. Comes over the ball right in the top of Ampadu. It's a sore one as well, and he's still on the floor. Ampadu as well. Glenn Kamara with a great little turn, plays it to Rutter with the outside of, I think it was Somerville actually, with the outside of his right. It's a poor touch from Somerville, and it then committed Ampadu to go into the challenge. He was always going to get there first, but Jonathan Hogg had, like you said, it was there to be won, but he was very late.
A poor challenge.
Oh, if we see it again,
very, very lucky there, and the reaction of the players around the challenge, we were just getting to see it again. It was a poor touch from Somerville. That's halfway up the shin that he's taken him there.
Yeah, with his groin area, Hogg, but it's the first contact. Jonathan Hogg's left foot comes down on the top of Ampadu's right foot, and he's up. He's not happy with the referee. I've got to say, Ampadu having a little chat now, but I'm just glad to see him up, because that would have been a really, really forceful challenge going through the right foot of Ampadu.
1-0. Leeds lead. They've got a free kick 30 yards out from goal here. Dan James goal, the difference, and it's going to be James that will take this one. Lee Nichols is lined up a 2-player wall in front of him. Huddersfield defending edge of their own 18-yard box. You're live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson, Chris Owellamo here at Ellen Road as Leeds look to double their advantage. Free kick floated into the area, headed away powerfully by Tom Lees, the former Leeds man. And Kamara will go back to Shackleton, who may well have to use his goalkeeper here. Meslier, he does. So Huddersfield defend that one well. But with 26 on the clock here They're very much under the pump, the Terriers. And Daniel Farker is not happy because even Ampadu hasn't been allowed back on the field yet. And bearing in mind it was a foul challenge that led to him going off the field, you think, well, that's a little bit harsh. And Ampadu now is onto the field. It's 11 against 11 as James is on the left. He's trying to get in behind Edwards. He heads the ball away. Ampadu will keep it in on this Leeds left-hand side. He looks for Kamara, gets the ball back, Ampadu, and the Welsh international will go back to Strauch, who gets it back to Melier, and Leeds have it back in their own half.
Yeah, they're comfortable. You know, I think Ampadu, very important player. He's a good footballer as well. He could probably play most positions on the pitch. But yeah, they're in complete control at the minute. Huddersfield just need to be a little bit, I think, more brave in possession, you know, composed, try and get those small passes in, but without the ball, Leeds are after you, you know, they hunt you down very well, force that error, and then in that transition they keep the ball very well. So if I'm a Huddersfield player, even I had it up top, it's about quality coming into me, making it stick, allowing my players to get up and support.
Lovely touch from Rutter, brings Pirot into it. Pirot tried to slide it through, it'll fall to Dan James. James has got a player outside him, it's Shackleton, edge of the area, right hand side, looking to keep the ball alive, lays it back now to Kamara. He'll find Ampadu, who has got room to shoot, but he doesn't, plays it out wide on the right. Now it's fed further right, cross comes in low near post. Rutter tried the little flick and it's cleared away by Huddersfield, and Ampadu will get it down, and he now feeds Stroik, who comes forward and gets it to Byram, level with the edge of the Huddersfield penalty area, left hand side. Sam Byram has it, looking to go past his man. He has gone past Harrott, he's into the area, can he find a teammate, pulls it back and he's cleared away. Pirot couldn't turn it in, I think the effort was going wide anyway, and Huddersfield get the ball away. Crunching tackle from Kamara. Huddersfield are not getting a second here.
No, they're not, and that's what I'm saying about being brave. But Byram there on down this left hand side, the excellent play, gets that Harrott, runs into the box. It's an excellent little cut back as well, a lot of pace on the ball. It's just all Leeds at the minute, they're winning every second ball, Mark, keeping possession, really forcing Huddersfield onto the back foot, but it's quality coming in, and if it's not deliveries, it's players driving into those areas.
And they've given it away again, and here now is James into the edge of the area. He'll try and find a teammate, falls to Hogg, and Hogg will clear the ball away, and nicely played by Huddersfield, and Silver Thomas now has got a bit of open space to advance over halfway. Leeds 1, Huddersfield 0. Dan James with a goal as Harrott has it, looking for support, finds Hogg in the centre circle. Can Huddersfield fashion up another opening? They've been well and truly battered so far, but it is only 1-0, and Huddersfield have missed a great chance of their own as well. And the ball up towards halfway, and it's out of play for a throw-in over on the far side to Leeds.
Yeah, it was better quality there from Huddersfield, I have to say, and I think that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, like, really weather the storm and play that counter-attack football. They have got pace in their side, you know, you look at Silver Thomas down that right-hand side, driving forward, you know, Diarra in there, and then obviously Bergzog, again, you know, the athleticism. They're going to have that quality and pace from back to front to actually capitalise when Leeds are throwing players forward, left, right and centre.
Could be another yellow card incoming here for Huddersfield. There's a foul there on Rutter, who was working his way over halfway, and he was brought down. It's pretty cynical, but no yellow card. Leeds subs are down warming up below us. No Patrick Bamford amongst that number at the moment. Missed the penalty in midweek for Leeds, but they lead here by a goal to 0. And I think if it had been 2 or 3, Chris, I don't think anyone could have had any complaints on either side.
No, not at all. And I think that's what Daniel Farker will be thinking, and if it stays this scoreline, we'll be surely bringing up. You know, they've got to put the game to bed. Don't allow Huddersfield to get anything out of this game. But at 1-0, it's always a dangerous scoreline.
There's so much movement in the advanced position from Leeds. There's been a couple of Pirot and Rutter exchanges that have almost broken Huddersfield. Here's Ampadu now. Gets it to Kamara, finds Pirot, 25 yards out from goal. He'll feed it to Somerville. Somerville's got Thomas in front of him. Thomas is backing off. Somerville on his right foot, shoots, and he's gone through 2 bodies and past Nichols, and Leeds lead by 2 goals to 0. goal. Crescencio Somerville fires in his 5th league goal of the season. Nichols will be disappointed, but he was clearly unsighted. Leeds going out of sight here. They lead Huddersfield by 2-0.
Well, it's another excellent goal, isn't it? Somerville gets it from Perot and he just gets at his man. Thomas has to do better for me here. You know, stand tall. He's doing all the step overs. He just creates that little half yard. It's such a difficult one for Nichols, the Huddersfield goalkeeper, to save. It comes through three sets of legs. You know, so it trickles past him. As a goalkeeper, it's all about reaction saves. But you've got to nullify that from the get-go there. Thomas has to get some sort of contact, some sort of block with Somerville there. Far too easy. But like you say, it's deserved from a Leeds point of view.
2-0. Leeds lead. Somerville shot through bodies. And in as well, it's 2-0 down on the south coast for Southampton. And it's a goal for Carlos Alcaraz, who's made it 2-0. So Wayne Rooney's wait for a Birmingham win might be going on for a few days yet. Still plenty of time. But it's 2-0 there and it's 2-0 here as well. And now Huddersfield are looking now to attack down there, left-hand side. But the problem for Huddersfield now, if they commit bodies forward, this Leeds team in transition on the break, they look lethal at the moment.
But they have to commit players. They have to take necessary risks now to get into the game with this Leeds side.
And here they come with James down the right hand side. He's racing forward, the white shirt's arriving. Perot edge of the area. He's picked your teammate and he finds Somerville. Ball bouncing edge of the 6-yard box and he couldn't get it away. I think Dan James might have been better just pulling that back to Perot. There were 5 Leeds players waiting and he couldn't find one.
And to be fair, I think if Somerville's shoulder wasn't getting strapped up week in, week out, he'd have had a little athleticism, scissor kick there. It was just at the right height for it as well. But you're right, the pass has to be better in those moments. It was 5 against 3 in Leeds' favour.
It was. Still Chelsea 0, Brentford 0 live on TalkSport right now. Rashman Chowdhury, Sam Matterface and Scott Minto there. You got the app, you can swipe left and right between the two. Here, the ball with Leeds on halfway. Utter domination at the moment. Leeds 2-0 up. And good value for it. But Huddersfield win it with Hogg. Hogg now will feed it to Wiles, who finds Bergzorg. He gets it out wide on the Huddersfield left. They are committing bodies forward here, the Terriers. Can they fashion an opening down their left-hand side? Well, they played it in there. They were looking for Keane Harriott. He wasn't even looking at the ball, and Leeds clear it away. Rutter on the half-turn finds Somerville. There's another break coming here. Somerville through the middle. Perot one way. James fed in on goal. Chance for 3-0! Dan James has his second. Leeds are running riot at Ellen Road. This is a first-half masterclass, and Huddersfield have been put to the sword. It's Leeds 3, Huddersfield 0.
Well, you asked for more goals from Dan James, Mark, and he's delivering. He's on the mood today. You know, defensively gets back, compact, they go and hunt. They put so much pressure on Huddersfield without a possession, and then in that transition they do the right things. The weight of pass from Somerville there, excellent. The first touch from Dan James, even better, and then the finish speaks for itself. Just finds that bottom left-hand corner, just clips it over. Nichols, who comes out, tries to keep himself big. It's an excellent finish, and when Dan James is in the mood like that, unplayable, Mark.
Great finish. The pass was perfect. It was begging out to be made, but the weight of the pass fed James in. And Dan James, 2 on the day for him, 3 for Huddersfield. And listen to the atmosphere here at Ellen Road. This place is rocking. Daniel Farker looks on. He looks so calm. He always looks so calm. But inside, he must be beaming. This is the style of football he wants Leeds to be playing.
And like you say, it's the reaction, isn't it, from a poor result and a poor performance, I would say, against Stoke. Here, unbeaten at home, the fans play a massive part, but they're giving them something to shout about. From a Huddersfield point of view, Ampadu, how many times and how free and how much space do they have? So they've got to look at the formation. You know, Bergzorg, it's got to be a 1-1, 4-4-1-1, whatever it's got to be. Sit on Ampadu. That's your job. Don't allow him to get the pace. A good player will find space, but you've got to sit on it. He can't be sitting on the ball, stopping it, getting his head up, having all the time that he wants to play whatever pass that he wants. They've got to force the error. They've got to really force the issue. And when they do, then they've got to be better in possession.
And a word as well for Jorginho Rutter, creating the second goal. What about the touch that fed Somerville? He's taken a clatter. He knows he's going to get clattered, but he's still won the ball, hasn't he?
this half alone, what we've seen from Rutter has been outstanding. In around the 18-yard box, doing his defensive duties, with being composed, his distribution, his eye for a pass, the challenges that he's made. This is part and parcel. He's the whole package. You know what I mean? Bring more goals. That's what he's going to get judged on, is the goals that he scores.
Well, the link-up play has been frightening. Hogg does well to win the ball. Huddersfield are looking to break with Wiles, but his touch is too heavy. Bergzorg had made a good run there, he couldn't find him.
Well, that's it. It's those little moments, isn't it? You know, obviously Wiles linking up very well with Harriet there, but it's got to be that little weight of pass. Bergzorg coming off the line, arcing his run. If the weight of pass is perfect, he's taking it in, he's getting an opportunity, and that's where it's breaking down for Huddersfield. Now
Sorba Thomas is in trouble here. He's flattened Byram off the ball late. That's going to be a yellow card. Absolute frustration. I think Sorba Thomas just admits it and said, look, I'm sorry, but you could see there the redness came down.
Why? You're 3-0 down. Yeah, you're frustrated, you're not seeing a lot of the ball, you're probably getting asked to do your job defensively more so than what you bring. So let's get a yellow card, let's make my afternoon even easier. It's a stupid decision. You know, and that's what you do when you're talking about players taking responsibility. You know, Darren Moore can only give them a...
Have another look at that. He's stamped on the back of his calf. That is a really poor challenge. I thought initially he just kicked him. He actually stamped on the back of his leg there.
You can see by Byron's reaction that there was definitely a little bit more in it. But we're glad VAR's not here, aren't we?
Well, Huddersfield might have had 9 players now.
Well, they would have, from what we've seen on the monitor.
Yeah. Leeds 3-0 up. You're live on TalkSport 2. Your home of the EFL, TalkSport 2, and here come Leeds again. White shirts flooding into the box. Pirot just couldn't get on the end of it. Diarra did really well. It's an amazing little run there from Diarra. He's got up to the halfway line. That's great skill from him. Now the ball over the top. Bergzorg, if he's onside, he's in on goal. Couldn't quite get the ball behind him and has to check out the penalty area. Huddersfield are attacking. Away to our right, but Leeds have got bodies back now. Here's Hogg, 25 yards out, and they're going to have to go back to halfway.
The ball in behind there, Bergzorg made an excellent run. He's onside, the flag never went up. But he's just got to allow the ball to naturally bounce in front of him there, and then just be strong enough to hold on any defender that's trying to advance. And he's taking it in on goal. He's taken his touch too wide, allowed the defensive unit of Leeds to get into position, and then the opportunity's gone. Yeah,
he was a little bit impatient, wasn't he? He wanted to feel the ball under his control. Here they are on the edge of the area again. Although you actually feel this is when Huddersfield are most vulnerable, because Leeds is so quick on the break. Bergzorg's going to chase down the back pass to Melio. Didn't quite get hold of that as he would have wanted, but it's in the Huddersfield half. Tom Lees has it. It's Leeds 3, Huddersfield 0. If you've just joined us, Leeds in front on 20 minutes. Dan James with a great finish. Then Crescencio Somerville with a shot through bodies, and then James again after played in by Somerville. Made it 3-0, and it could quite easily have been more. Leeds have been dominant here on TalkSport 2. Plenty more goals you'd imagine in this one if Leeds want to go hunting for them. And this will be a sign, won't it, of Daniel Farke's intent, what he does now with this team. 3-0 to the good. They've had a couple of scares defensively. That challenge from Rodon that saved a goal-bound effort from Bergzorg, the nearest that Huddersfield have come.
Yeah, it is. You know, I think he'll be delighted with his performance. You look, we're talking about how good Leeds are going forward, but look at the likes of Dan James, Somerville. Here's James again.
Well, he's pulled back by Diarra, and that's going to be another yellow card for Huddersfield. Well, Dan James has just kicked it 20 yards past Diarra and said, I'm going to get this and you're not, and he's pulled him back, and it's the 3rd yellow card of the first half.
And it's one that I don't understand. He's taking it, he's basically on the halfway line, probably just in the Huddersfield half if he gets on the end of that. There's still 5-6 players that he's got to get by. Why would Diarra even, you know, it's just decision making on the pitch, and they've been really, really poor at it. So it's just something that's got to be better. As I was saying before, Leeds, as well as good as they are going forward, you look at the likes of Somerville, you look at the likes of Rutter and James, defensively they get back, they chase their men down, they do their job for the team from a defensive point of view.
Here's Somerville, cuts in field, gets it away to Glenn Kamara. Kamara has it now, gets it away to Rutter. Rutter tries to knock it past his man. Oh, he's got through two! He's got through two into the area! Rutter squares it, big chance! Great save, Nichols! Falls to James! James slashes it over! That was a big chance for the hat-trick, but how did Lee Nichols keep that out? And how did Rutter go between two defenders? It was like a magic trick.
He just wanted it more. no communication, disorganisation there, far too easy. Excellent play from Rutter again, and decision making. The cut back to Somerville was outstanding. The save from Nichols again was even better, and gets it away. And Dan James there, I understand why he takes the shot on, but he's got to keep it low, get his body over it, and ask a question of Nichols there. That's a massive let-off for Huddersfield.
Somerville should have scored. That should have been 4-0.
Oh, it's a save. He's done everything right, hasn't he? He's hit it with pace, he's hit the target. Good two hands on it from Nichols, but it's got to be in the corner, hasn't it?
I think he hits that low, that's in the back of the net. Credit Lee Nichols, though. It's still only 3-0. Darren Moore is in deep conversation. It'd be interesting to get your opinion on this one, Chris, because I thought Cardiff midweek were decent at Huddersfield, but Huddersfield's defending was awful, and I think it's been the same again. As here's Sorba Thomas, though, gets an early ball in, great ball in, headed away into the area. It might fall for Wiles, hits it straight into the chest of Strout, who stands tall, and now here goes Somerville again, and Somerville has got Dan James in front of him, tries to play it through, but across is Hellick to deal with it. He lays it back to Nichols. I tell you, Huddersfield are at their weakest when they're attacking, because defensively they're all over the show.
Yeah, but I guess it's down to Leeds that how quickly they go from defence to attack, with quality, with pace and numbers as well, Mark.
Ball out wide on the Huddersfield left. If they can get one back before half-time, then who knows, but a ball like that, volleyed away by Byram, will be met and headed forward by the fullback Edwards. Here's Thomas again up against Byram. Tries to go round him again, does, puts in another great ball, and it's headed out of the 6-yard box. That's two great crosses from Sorba Thomas, and nobody on the end of it.
Well, that's where Birdsdog's got to be, right in the centre of the 6-yard box. That's an excellent play. Sorba Thomas got right at Byram, just got that yard. Excellent cross, beats the first man as well. Birdsdog's got to be alive to it, standing on his heels there, and it's an easy one for Rodin to get his defensively get his head on it for Leeds.
Couple of minutes to go before the break here. We're live on TalkSport 2. That was Chris Owellamo. Here go Huddersfield. Bergzog trying to hold off his man in the area. Does that, but can he open up a shooting chance? They put the cross across his goal line, and it's cleared away by Leeds. That was again begging to be tapped in. For Huddersfield's woes defensively, they've created 2 or 3 really good chances.
Too many times Huddersfield, they've got players in the box. Bergzog's working his magic. You've got to know your player. You've got to anticipate, try and get across the face of your opponent. Just standing on the heels, watching him do it all.
Hogg's been penalised again here for a tackle on Ampadu. He's protesting that it wasn't even a foul, let alone a booking. He's not going to get a second booking here. Ampadu is pointing at his socks and his shin pads and saying, look, he's got me again here. That's twice now. I'll go back to the point I was trying to make before Huddersfield rudely interrupted with that great attacking play. We've just seen that challenge again. Fraction late from Hogg. Look, I labelled the performance midweek pathetic.
Yep.
How do you label this opening 45 minutes from Huddersfield?
It's against a lead that's absolutely flying. It's always going to be difficult, but you look at the opportunities there. Yeah, you've got Sorba Thomas and Tom Edwards not even claiming the ball. Rutter going through the two of them, and it's both of them have an advantage there. It's about players taking responsibility, following their men. They've conceded 3 goals, and to be fair, it's 2 quality goals as well, but they have to try and be a threat. They have to throw players forward, but defensively they have to do a lot more to get back and match this Leeds side when they're on attack.
They do. Ball played forward. I thought that Rutter was going to be given offside. He isn't. Huddersfield are furious. They thought, well, he did look to be miles offside there, didn't he, Jorginho Rutter? And he's won a throw in, and if Huddersfield were to concede here, they would be furious. Darren Moore is still on the edge of his technical area. He's trying to point out where players maybe should be. Kamara wins it, Byram has it. Midway side, the half, he finds Rutter, in again down the left, James cuts back, Paul Sapiro, his left foot shot wasn't the best, gets it back, tries to square the ball, it'll fall here for Kamara, a little back heel, one back, here's Kamara, right on the left edge of the penalty area, feeds it to Joel Pirot, pulls it back, Ampadu is going to have a shot, and he kills it wide, and his wait for a first ever league goal will go on. But it was worth the effort, and he pulled the trigger.
Yeah, Ken, they're just lining up now. Everyone's saying I'm going to get the next goal. Pirot first, good block in fairness, good play from Glenn Kamara to create the opportunity. Ampadu gets the ball, and you know what, it's definitely on. They've got so many offensive players. I'm surprised he hasn't went and got that goal, that league goal, because he has quality. He's box to box, technical player, and he strikes the ball fantastically well.
He does. 5 added on minutes end of the first half here. Leeds fans around us not wanting this half to end for Huddersfield. They want to get in the dressing room as soon as they can. They trail by 3-0 here. Maybe just Leeds have eased off a little bit in the past 5 minutes or so, and Huddersfield are starting to enjoy a bit more territory, a bit more possession with the ball. And now they'll look to feed it forward, but it's given away. Harrop is saying, just play it to my feet, and they've missed him by 10 yards.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's expected, Mark. You know, you can't go 100 miles an hour all the time, but when they do, they're completely on top. They're creating chances, but now it's about that 5 minutes went up. It's about just making sure they don't concede, just keep possessing the ball, and if it's blatantly on to go forward with the quality that they've got and shown already in this half, then they will do exactly that.
And they're doing it now. Just a misplaced pass. James is looking hungry every time the ball goes near him. Nice little flick pass. Here's Diarra now. Diarra advancing in on goal, 20 yards out. Can he get a shot away? Just held on to it for too long. And Ampadu just walks up to him, takes it off him and says, we're going this way. What about you? Here now is Rutter again. Has it on halfway, tries to feed it forward, who's been pulled down but doesn't get a free kick, and in the end the ball away. But the Leeds fans, even in that looked a poor pass, they could see the intent in the pass.
Well, I thought it was a free kick as well. You know, I think the referee's probably feeling a little bit sorry for Huddersfield as well at the minute, but it was Ben Wells that was a little bit late on Rutter there, but he's just enjoying it. Rutter, he wants to get the ball, he's making things happen. They're completely in control. It's just one of them. That's what you'd say to a Huddersfield side. Win your second balls, be composed, be brave in possession, take risks, you know, but like you say, they've got to match them both ways, Mark.
Here Leeds have it over on the far side. 2 of the minimum 5 added on have gone. 3-0 here. It's still 0-0 on TalkSport. Chelsea Brentford, it's 2-0 at the break. That's Southampton. They lead Birmingham by 2-0. Southampton's recent run of form continues to build. Birmingham's little slip is getting a little bit of a bigger slip as they trail at the break on the south coast. Here Leeds leading by 3-0. Don't forget, you'll hear Leeds at Leicester on Friday night, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 on Friday. That should be a cracking game. Looking forward to that one already. Ball on halfway, and Leeds just happy to pass the ball around here and eat some more time up if they can. Don't forget, 3 o'clock this afternoon, massive game this one. Bournemouth-Burnley, live and exclusive right here on TalkSport 2. Faker Others will be with Ian Danter and Alvin Martin for that one. That is a massive game. Bournemouth desperate, both sides desperate for a win. Here now is Byram, little flick pass, finds Rutter again, and he's gone past Edwards into the area. Is there a fourth? They're all backing away from him. Pulls it back here for Somerville. Somerville onto his left foot, and he scores! Crescencio Somerville piles on the misery for Darren Moore and Huddersfield Town. Leeds rampant. Somerville first on his right, then onto his left, and rolls it in. But Huddersfield Town's defence is non-existent. It's another pathetic performance from the Terriers. Leeds 4, Huddersfield 0.
Excellent goal, and I mean from start to finish. You said just being patient, playing across the back. Glenn Kamara gets it, finds Byram, little back heel into the path of Rutter, and he just big touch in behind, got the full half to run into. The defenders are backing off him. Pellick's backing away. You know, he actually could have probably taken a shot on himself, but again, cuts it back to the penalty spot. Somerville shapes to go onto his right, drags it back onto his left, and then just strokes it into the bottom right-hand corner. It's an excellent goal from start to finish. Just players in complete control and enjoying the football, Mark.
Tom Edwards, he cannot come out for the second half. He's been ripped apart down this left-hand side, Leeds left. Yeah,
I agree with you. You know, I think he is. I think he's had a poor half. But that's when you're looking at your centre back to be talking to Hellick. That's when you're looking at Sober Thomas and say, you know what, he's having a tough time of it, and I've got to help. I've got to be doing better as well. And they haven't. Everyone's just getting on with their own job, and that's when you've got to consolidate and come together and stop whatever threat Leeds are showing.
Rutter picks the ball up down the touchline.
He's been outstanding, no Mark.
He is. He races down the touchline. He's gone past Edwards, and then, as you said, the defender in the middle of the field just backed away, allowed him to run right into the penalty area. And they're coming forward again here, Leeds, and they've got another chance. Pirot lays it off. He's got it now, 25 yards out. He's trying to feed Jorginho Rutter, who wins it. It'll fall for James in the D. James pulls a shot and he pulls it wide, and the referee decides that's enough. If this was a boxing match, he would have called it off long before, because Huddersfield Town are being outplayed in every single department. Leeds have been rampant. They were well on top early on, missed a couple of good chances, but Dan James with a fine finish after a great Leeds counter-attack on 20 minutes put Leeds in front. Then Somerville 10 minutes after that shot through a crowded penalty area. Nichols couldn't keep it out for 2 minutes later, another great counter-attack. Rutter and Somerville involved. James with a fine finish for 3-0, and then it added on time after great work again from Jorginho Rutter, who leaves the field with the crowd singing his name. He's not on the score sheet, but he's been involved in everything that Leeds have done. He set up the chance, and Somerville pulled the trigger for Huddersfield Town. Wow, beaten 4 in midweek. They'll be happy to only get beat 4 here, because at the break Leeds United are battering the Terriers. It's Leeds 4, Huddersfield 0. Cheers, Faye. We are about to see at least one Huddersfield change. In fact, 2 Huddersfield changes are being made by Darren Moore. Matty Pearson is one of those about to come on. He's down on the pitch side at the moment. Also coming on, Ben Jackson for Huddersfield, and not surprisingly Tom Edwards is one of those players withdrawn. So Pearson is on for Edwards, and we're just about to see the other change, and it is going to be Brahima Diarra who makes way. He is off, and Ben Jackson on. So just the 2. It probably, truth be told, could have been any one of 10, Chris, that made their way off, but just the 2 changes. We're back underway here. We'll run you through the 2 teams in a moment, but we're back underway. Leeds 4, Huddersfield 0 here at Ellen Road. And what will Darren Moore have said, do you think, at half-time to his team ahead of this second half?
Yeah, well, I think more importantly, what would the players have said as well? They would have known, Diarra's came off because I think the yellow card, the silly one that he took, especially in the middle of midfield. You need energy there. Tom Edwards just wasn't firing, didn't look fit, football fit, in my opinion at all. So Pearson coming in, who again, he has to be kind of disciplined as well. He loves a kind of aggressive challenge as well, but just be competitive, go out there and show some passion, some desire for the shot, and they're definitely falling short in the first 45 minutes anyway.
They are indeed. Here come Leeds. Dan James looking to work his way forward. He might get on the end of it here. He's taken down on the edge of the area. Referee said that's a fair challenge, and Huddersfield now will look to break themselves as they eventually decide just to check the ball down and play out from the back. They're going to go long now. Pascal Struijk makes a good interception, but the ball falls to a black shirt. So Thomas trying to get on the end of it. Struijk gets it away from him, and the ball, not the best back pass to Mellier, who has to go scampering across his penalty area. He'll roll it out to Shackleton, who's got to be careful here because his goalkeeper momentarily wasn't in front of his own goal there, but Rodon will play it out. Mellier the keeper then, a back 4 of Byram, Struijk, Rodon and Shackleton. It's James, Kamara, Ampadu and Somerville, with Jorginho Rutter and Joel Perreault up top. As the ball comes forward, and here now is Shackleton, gets it back to Ampadu, and Leeds have it on halfway. It looks just like a 5 at the back for Huddersfield, doesn't it? I'm looking out, they're just 5 in a line across the back of the field. Here now is Jorginho Rutter, and the ball ricocheted off a Town defender, and James can't have been offside there.
Poor decision, isn't it? Very poor decision.
Flag goes up. Just looking at this back line, I'm not quite sure how it forms, but Nakayama, Hellick, Lees, Pearson and Jackson are in a line across in front of Lee Nichols, Sorba Thomas, Jonathan Ogg, Ben Wiles, and then it's Keane Harrott and Delano Bergzog up top. Huddersfield 4-0 down here.
Well, even Bergzog has dropped into that midfield as well. You know, I think it's one of them. He's trying to get the numbers in there and then try and up and support her at every opportunity. And he did it reasonably well. The big chance fell to him, but it was an excellent challenge from Rodon, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just took a fraction too long. But it was great defending as opposed to poor attacking play, wasn't it?
Get the shot away though, 100%.
Yeah, it didn't quite happen. I imagine they're shell-shocked at the moment. I think the home fans are shell-shocked. They've just had 15 minutes or so to reflect on it here at Ellen Road. But the signs early on are that Dan James and Jorginho Rutter are continuing where they left off, and rampant. Such a display. The in-house TV pictures here, they're constantly on Darren Moore, and well, if he was under any kind of pressure coming into this one, then there's going to be more pressure building. His team need a performance here in this second half.
Yeah, well, when I was going down getting your tea at half-time...
Yeah, thank you, Chris, much appreciated.
And you're talking to the Huddersfield, the media side, the press, and I talk about the players not wanting to play for their manager. They were that devastated that Neil Warnock's went, that's been and gone.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
That's 2 months
You're a professional player.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's excuses. You know, I don't want to be hearing that. I had to kind of say my piece. You know what I'm like, Mark. You know what I mean? It was, yes, I just can't believe that's the murmurs that you hear coming out of Huddersfield Town. Yeah.
The problem is, based on the last 135 minutes of football, Chris, the players are not exactly putting up an argument to counter that, are they?
Which is a disgrace on any front.
Yeah. Leeds are just playing keep ball on halfway. Huddersfield, I won't say there's no intention of trying to claw this back, but I think they know if they go after the game, then it could get a lot worse, and I think they may be about to take some medicine, and that's a poor challenge from Tom Lees, and another yellow card comes out. Dan James was on the end of the challenge, and Lees, the former Leeds man, makes a poor tackle. That's 4 yellow cards now for Huddersfield.
Yeah, I think Tom Lees, it is a genuine attempt for the ball. Dan James is always going to get there first. It's like, he's already committed, he's already in the air to go and make the challenge. It's a great little touch from Dan James, and it's one of those, as a player like Dan James, I think you've got to protect yourself more as well. You know you're going to take that touch, you know the challenge is coming, you know, so it's like...
Yeah, well, he'll be aware next time to see Tom Lees coming, that's for sure. Ball back with Leeds, still 4-0 if you just joined us. I'm not sure we're going to get quite the same level of attacking display from Leeds. They may feel that the job is done here. They've got that huge game, you'll hear it on Friday night, Leeds at Leicester. The only place you'll hear it is live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. And I tell you what, if Leeds turn up and play like they did in the opening 45 minutes, that is going to be a belter. Ball over the top for Dan James, just too much on it. The run again was a good one, but the ball skips away, and Lee Nichols happy to let that ball run down.
Well, it's Glenn Kamara. He's actually dropped deeper than Ampadu this time, gets on the ball, and he has his box-to-box. Kamara, his distribution is outstanding, but a little bit too much on that one from Dan James. For me, Huddersfield are still too passive centrally there, and it's like the likes of Hogg, Wells. Go after your players. Go put pressure on Kamara, Ampadu. Don't give them the time and space to dictate the tempo of this game.
Here's Dan James, looks to exchange passes with Joel Perreault.
How cool is he as well, by the way, Perreault? Yeah. Every time the ball comes up to him, he's so aware of his surroundings. His touch is excellent, but his distribution, always little gives and go, those little intricate passes, always at the centre of it.
I think there's a lot of Leeds fans have been a little bit frustrated that he's not playing further forward, because they've seen the fact that he's got 5 goals already, and clearly he's a very talented frontman, but you can see by the way that Jorginho Rutter's playing today, you can see why Daniel Farke is operating him just off the front, and there could be a chance here. Shackleton played in down the right, tries to stab the cross, but didn't quite get his boots around it, and it just went a bit too high, and Nichols came and collected it, and Nichols has delivered to Thomas, but ball headed away by Pascal Stroud. There is such a link-up between Rutter and Perreault. They look like they've been playing together for years, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do, and we've seen that time and time again already in this game today, but Rutter took a really slow one there from I think it was Hellick that came down the back of him in the box, but yeah, there's such an understanding, and you know, I think Leeds fans are always going to see a striker coming in. They're going to see, right, what's he going to do, what's he going to bring goals. They've got to be happy with what they're seeing with Perreault.
Yeah.
You know, he plays that number 10 role, he comes, he links up, but he can also get himself in and around the likes of Rutter, in and around Somerville, in and around James. Always an option, always wants the ball.
Here's Ampadu, finds Dan James. Dan James fills it to Shackleton. Shackleton right touchline. Leeds attacking the south stand end, the Norman Hunter stand end here in the second half, defending the Cop end. 4-0. Leeds lead here as Joel Perreault has it midway inside the Huddersfield half. Gets it away to Pascal Stroud. Everybody barring Ilan Mellier's back in the Huddersfield half. Here now is Somerville, tried to feed it through for Perreault, and Well, look at that. Huddersfield have got the ball. They've just kicked it downfield. It's the Rugby Union World Cup final tonight. I dare say you might find the All Blacks or South Africa doing that, just punting the ball downfield, looking for a bit of territory.
Yeah, well, that's where they've got to be better. You know, and I think that the way that they're going to get anything out of this game is basically allowing Leeds to have it, you know, absorbing that pressure, and then just when Leeds overcommit, they leave a couple of holes in behind, then Huddersfield have to capitalise, because if they go trying to press and hunt the ball down when Leeds are keeping it in their defensive unit, they're just going to get picked off, Mark.
Well, Huddersfield have won it here. Rutter's gone down. He turned into a challenge. I don't think that was a foul, but he's gone down in a heap and he looks in a bit of discomfort. He's banging the ground in frustration. Leeds will be hoping he's okay. Huddersfield are playing on. They don't need to put the ball out. It's not a head injury, so they will play on here, Huddersfield. The physio obviously can't come on. Ball now over on the Huddersfield right, and now they are, fair play, they are going to roll it out, and they will allow the physios to come on. But Jorginho Rutter, he turned into a challenge and maybe got caught unawares, and he's holding that right knee. Now this would be a hammer blow for Leeds if he is injured. Hopefully he's not. Looking at the bench, the likes of Patrick Bamford, Jaden Anthony and Willie Nonto are all ready if needed, but this is just a worrying moment for Leeds United. 9 gone second half. We'll have the team news from that live exclusive commentary. Bournemouth Burnley in around about 10 minutes or so with Dance, and I'm hearing there's been a goal over on TalkSport. I mean, it has not gone the way of the home side. It is Chelsea 0, Brentford 1, and there's also been a goal at St Mary's. Southampton 2, Birmingham 1, and Rutter is up on his feet and able to walk off the field. A little bit of a grimace. Hopefully he's going to be okay. So Brentford in front. That's over on TalkSport. Ethan Pinnock with a goal for Brentford. That is live and exclusive right now on TalkSport. So more woes for Maurizio Pochettino's side. But Brentford in the... It's a day of derbies, isn't it? In the lunchtime kickoffs across the TalkSport network. The West London derby is Chelsea 0, Brentford 1. The West Yorkshire derby is Leeds 4, Huddersfield Town 0. 10 gone second half. Ball eventually comes back into play, and Leeds will give it back to Huddersfield, who will have it with their goalkeeper Lee Nichols. So it looks like he is going to come straight back on, and Birmingham, there could be a chance here for Sorba Thomas down the right hand side. Can he pull the ball back? He does towards Wales. It's put behind by Leeds. Stansfield got the Birmingham goal. Southampton 2, Birmingham 1. Corner for Huddersfield. Yeah, excellent ball from Jonathan Hogg over the top. Sorba Thomas got on the end of it, and you know what, it's not a bad ball across. I think it was Wales that found himself in the area which is expected of him, you know, to try and get up there and support. Had it every opportunity. Here's a corner then. Huddersfield, they've got bodies all around the edge of the area. Michael Hellick's got 3 goals already this season for Huddersfield. The ball's flicked on off a Leeds head, and Dan James is going to race across to this near side, and he can't keep it in, and it's out for a Huddersfield throw in. Wiles will take it. So Huddersfield, they need something second half to take out of this one. They have been outplayed really for the first 45. Another ball at the edge of the area. Strout wins a header. Again, it skims off the head. I'm just looking at the Huddersfield fixtures coming up. Watford at home, Hull away, Southampton and Sunderland at home, and Swansea away, their next fixtures. So, well, there are no easy games in this division, we know that too well, but there's no easy games on that list either. Definitely not. Ball now with Leeds. They were just looking to play on the break as and when the opportunity arises. Jorginho Rutter has come back on the field for Leeds. No changes yet, although there are several about to be made by Leeds. Yeah, completely in control, aren't they? You know, just keeping the ball in their defensive unit, passing it from side to side, just moving Huddersfield around, and then just in that moment, then they go forward, 2, 3, 4 passes, and they find themselves in an area that can get a shot away or put a cross into a dangerous position. You know, completely in control. But Huddersfield now are just saying, you know what, it's about not conceding again, and can we get something from a set piece or something like that, because they're showing no real quality as in possession. Have we seen 3, 4 passes from Huddersfield? You know, probably on one occasion in the first half. It's been nowhere near good enough, Mark. No, it hasn't. 58 approaching on the clock. You're live on TalkSport 2. Matt Wilson, Chris Owellamo here live at Ellen Road. Faker is back at base. He'll be taking you through the game this afternoon. Bournemouth Burnley with Ian Danch and Alvin Martin for that one. There's a ball now played forward here now. Is Dan James. James cuts in off the right touchline, weaving his way across the field. Gets the ball out wide now to Kamara. 25 yards out. Pulls it back to Somerville. Will it break back for Kamara? No, it's cleared away. And Bergzorg did well there under pressure, edge of his own area. Then he falls over and earns himself a free kick. His side a free kick. He's done well there because he was feeding on scraps.
It was. You know, he's taken a great touch, shackled him, put on excellent pressure. He kind of shrugged that off. And I think it was Perot that came in, or Ampadu, just put again, and he goes to ground. So there's not a lot in it, it's a soft one, but he's done well for Huddersfield there, just to give them a bit of a breather.
So Luke Ayling comes on for Sam Byram. And Willie Nonto is coming on for Crescencio Somerville. So no hat-trick for Somerville today, but as Chris mentioned, he is carrying a bit of an injury at the moment, and it makes sense with that big game to come on Friday that they keep him fit and ready to go. Listen to this for innovation.
Yeah, well, you look at this. Byram's been excellent as well, I have to say, up and down, distribution, getting himself into the box. Somerville, an absolute delight. Now 2 goals, 2 assists. What else can you want? Nonto has a big, he's got to prove a lot to me. With the quality that he's got, you know, head was turned in the transfer window. He's still here. Fantastic talent. But again, he's got a big point to prove after a poor showing against Stoke City as well the other night.
Yeah, but he has got the talent. And he will add to that front line here. Just a reminder elsewhere over on TalkSport, Chelsea 0, Brentford 1, latest score. We're around the grounds with all the goals as they're going with Adrian Durham from 2:30 on TalkSport. Here on TalkSport 2, we'll be building up to that massive clash at the bottom of the Premier League. Bournemouth, Burnley to come. And here the Derby Day spoils will be going the way of Leeds United. And now Nonto trying to chase through a ball played forward, but it's cleared away. And the ball is here with Ampadu. Ampadu gets it away, and Rodon will have it at the back. That challenge from Joe Rodon. Huddersfield go 1-1 then. It's a completely different game. It was such a great tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Timely as well. You know, he's got to come in. That's part and parcel of it.
Perot does well, gets the ball away. Here now is Willie Nonto. Edge of the area, the white shirts are flooding forward. Can Nonto deliver? Edge of the area, will square it to Perot in the D. Gets it onto his right foot and he fires it just wide. He fancied that, Joe Perot. Nichols was scrambling across the line, may well have had it covered, and it's behind for a goal kick, still 4-0.
Well, he's found himself in that position on a few occasions today. You know, he's up against Pearson, I think it was, Tom Lees, and just trying to get the shot away. He couldn't really get it on target, struck it very, very well, but he's hungry for his goal, isn't he, which is good to see.
Well, really, from a Leeds point of view, Perot and Rutter, if they could get on the score sheet, I think today would be a pretty perfect day, wouldn't it, for Daniel Farke's side?
Yeah, of course. You know, I think how much they're having the ball very, very controlled, making sure that they don't concede. I think they're defending well. You know, but yeah, with the performance, Perot, Rutter seeing a lot of the ball, making a lot of things happen. But yeah, it's always nice when your offensive players are getting the goal. Does the confidence no harm whatsoever.
Here come Leeds again. Keep ball for them, dominating the territory at the moment. And have it on the halfway line. Reminder, tomorrow, Sheffield Wednesday Rotherham live and exclusive from 1. And now the ball down the Huddersfield left as they look to break. But the ball dealt with by Rodon. The commentary team for that one tomorrow, Sheffield Wednesday against Rotherham, is Joe Shannon and Courtney Sweetman Kurt. Chris, that is a massive game, isn't it, at the bottom? 2 teams at the bottom of the championship desperate for points.
Yeah, of course. You know, I think it's always important. You know, it's a very competitive league. You've got to get points and try and, you know, just do whatever it takes to put the points on the board, you know, but it's all about form.
There's a worry here for Joe Rodon, who's just gone down. The ball's gone out for a throw-in. He watched it out, and now I think he's just felt a tweak, maybe. And I think we might be about to see another change. Liam Cooper is stripped and ready to go on the sideline. So Rodon is going to make way here, but that challenge from him that kept out Bergzorg in the first half was, well, it was worth a goal in its own right. He's just come across there. I don't know if he's taken a false step or just felt a tweak. He's not happy with something. He's hauled up to his feet and he is going to make way. So Liam Cooper is going to be the third Leeds United change here on 63 minutes.
Yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it? You know, you seen straight away he felt something. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. But like I say, Liam Cooper coming on. You know, he's experienced. He's in good shape as well. So it's, yeah, no surprise. Just takes the captain's armband as well.
Yeah, off Pascal Stroik. Gives him a pat on the chest. And Leeds have got to throw him down this near side. So Luke Ayling's gone into right back. Shackleton's moved across to left back. And Leeds have made another change. Rodon just makes his way to the dugout, gets a high five off all his teammates. Not too many chances second half so far, but when you're winning 4-0 at the break, there's no rush to get any more. As Bergzorg miscontrols it, Ampadu takes it off him. Here's Willie Gnonto now, and he looks up and he's got Ben Jackson in front of him. Gnonto looks up, Perrault waits in the middle for any cross. So tries to poke the ball through. Here's Kamara. Kamara's eased off it. Good defending in the end. Good tracking back from Ben Wiles. And it's a goal kick.
Yeah, again, good quality down that left-hand side. Gnonto linking up with Kamara. No, it wasn't a bad ball, but Ben Wiles defensively takes responsibility, goes all the way with Kamara and gets that very important contact in his own 18-yard box.
Still 1-0 over on TalkSport. Chelsea 0, Brentford 1. Ethan Pinnock with a goal. And the Leeds fans are singing "You're Going Down with a Wednesday." Here's Bergzorg here trying to get up against Cooper. He's got past Cooper into the edge of the area. Big chance. Bergzorg wanted too long on it. He's screaming for a penalty. He's not going to get one. He's got past the defender. He's one-on-one with Meslier, and he didn't again get the shot away.
Well, I've no understanding why he's not taking the shot on. He's got away. Meslier's come out. You know, he's tried a little kind of Cruyff turn, and there might be contact from Cooper, who was committed to the challenge. The referee's just waved it away. But why? Why turn down the opportunity?
We'll get team news in a moment from our 3 o'clock kickoff, and it is a huge game in the Premier League. Leeds again just playing keep ball at the moment. Pascal Stroik will come forward. He's switched now to the right centre half. Ayling has got it. He'll find Cooper. Cooper works his way forward, and now they'll play it down to Gnonto, wide on the Leeds left-hand side. Leeds are just trying to pull Huddersfield out of shape here. They're not having any joy at the moment. Meslier gets it away. Struck has it now. He'll come forward. Dan James is bobbing and weaving on the touchline, trying to find a yard of space. Gets it back. Struck will play the ball over the top, looking for Jorginho Rutter. Rutter's going to get there. Lees is coming across. He's got it down by the corner flag. Right-hand side, Jorginho Rutter. Trying to open up a gap and put the cross in. He'll poke it into the path of Kamara. Plays the 1-2. Rutter on his left foot. Teases it onto his right. Runs into a black shirt. Then he squares it again. This has been some move here from Leeds. Shackleton finds Gnonto. Gnonto, left corner of the penalty area. Gnonto goes to the byline. Tries to pull it back, and it's gone out for a corner. We'll wait that team news in a moment. But Leeds, that was a wonderful move.
Yeah, excellent. You know, Rutter, he's making things happen. Trying to kind of just get that yard and can get the shot away, but Gnonto's come on, made an impact.
Here's the cross, it'll fall here. Luke Ayling on the volley. Slams it, he's blocked. Cleared away. Leeds retain possession. Worth an effort from Luke Ayling. Does score some spectacular goals. He doesn't get many, but he scores some belters, Luke Ayling. And the ball now wide over on the far side. And Leeds, they're toying with Huddersfield at the moment. They're just taking the game at their own pace, but they look at any moment like they can deliver a fifth goal. They lead by 4-0. Damage done in that first 45 minutes. Struck comes forward now. He gets it wide. Here now is Joel Perrault. Gets the ball back in field, and Kamara now will come forward again. Leeds pushing Huddersfield further and further back. Gnonto on the touchline, level with the edge of the penalty area. Sets off, looks to drive the ball in. It was a decent ball, it's hammered away. And Cooper will get it. Look, let's get the team news. I feel like we're keeping Dance waiting forever. It's a massive game. Bournemouth against Burnley's live on TalkSport 2 at 3 o'clock. Dance, what's the team news?
Lots of changes, Mark. 4 for Bournemouth. A debuting goal in the Premier League for Radu with Neto suspended. Mepham, Christie and Semenyo all recorded at the expense of Brooks, Cook and Kerkez. Burnley make 5 changes. Lyle Foster, we're told, is ill, so he's one of the players that drops out. In come Goodmanson, Koleosho, Zorori, Branhill and Vitinho. For Roberts, Berger, Odebert, Tressel and the aforementioned Foster. 3 o'clock on TalkSport 2 at the Vitality. It's Bournemouth against Burnley.
Cheers, Dance. Look forward to listening to that one. Huddersfield have just finally got the ball back, just as Dance was handing back to us there. They're barely getting a kick here. They have got a free kick though right over on that far side after a push from Dan James. And that will be a free kick for Huddersfield. Still 4-0 here, 22 minutes remaining. Dan James and Crescencio Somerville both scoring first half doubles for Leeds United. Ball over the top. Bergzog's looking to get in. He's got him behind Ayling here. Ayling wants his ball to run dead. I don't think it's going to do, and it'll go out for a corner. Bergzog he's looked like he's getting in behind Chris, but he's not doing enough with it when he gets in behind, is he?
Well, even there, I think he's waiting for Ayling to make the challenge, whereas, take your first touch towards goal. Commit Ayling. He can't really challenge you. They've made it very easy, not getting the shot away when he's got the better of Cooper as well.
Well, this Thomas puts the ball into the box. It's headed down. The break could be on here. Dan James, if he looks to his right, will see Willie Nonto, but he saw him too late. And it's well defended in the end by Nakayama, who now advances forward. He now feeds it to the aforementioned Bergzog. He gets it away. Sorba Thomas, he's going to have a shot. Is he 25 yards out? He is, and it's straight. The keeper bounces back, and it's tucked in. And it's a goal, and it's Mikael Helik with his 4th goal of the season. Well, Mellier's barely had a shot to save today. Thomas with a shot. It bounces straight off the midriff of the Leeds goalkeeper, and it's tucked in. And Helik fires in from close range. No flag will save Leeds. It's Leeds 4, Huddersfield 1.
Well, it's a great strike from Sorba Thomas, right at Mesley as well, but struck it so well. And I'm looking at the monitor. Helik is onside. It's Shackleton that's keeping Helik onside, and it's an excellent finish from the big man there. Just reacted better. But I'm surprised that Sorba Thomas had so much time to kind of pick his moment and take the shot on. Just power. Mesley as a goalkeeper straight at you has to do better. Farker will be disappointed because the conversation that Darren Moore and the likes of Jonathan Hogg will have is, let's go out and win the second half. Let's go out and not concede again. At the minute, they're 1-0 up second half.
Yeah, they are. 4-1 then. Helik again. He's now Huddersfield's top scorer, which maybe highlights the problems. Their centre-half is their leading scorer. 4 for him. Ball played forward. Can Leeds respond? They might do here. Bouncing ball edge of the area, but Rutter just overran it, and it's headed powerfully back to the goalkeeper by Ben Wiles. And Leeds, well, their defence has been breached, and now they're coming again. Bergzog's going to get in behind Ayling again here. Who's in the middle? Kean Harrott waits for the delivery. Bergzog is eventually going to earn himself a throw-in. I think he's got to be aware. He's getting in behind Ayling now, and he's got him behind Cooper as well. Pace is a problem. That's a foul throw from Bergzog, and that is a disaster.
Well, I just don't understand it. Fantastic running ability as well. Timing on the run, getting him behind. Ayling was excellent defending there. But Bergzog obviously doesn't take many throw-ins, because that was terrible technique, wasn't it? Absolutely atrocious. It's like this, it's a schoolboy error, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is. Leeds playing out from the back. Here's Willie Nonto, but he's level with the edge of his own penalty area. Cuts in. Ball now played forward, up towards halfway. Leeds coming forward again. Bournemouth, Burnley to come at 3. That is going to be a massive game. Talk about pressure at the bottom of the Premier League. Here now is Ayling. Ayling will slide Jan James in. Can James get there? No. Lees was across. Good defending from the former Leeds man to clear it out for a throw-in. Ball here now with Ampadu. Gets it back to Glenn Kamara. Back to Ampadu. Well, they're having a little game of keep ball there, and the Leeds fans want them to get on with it. They don't want just to see those two passing it between each other. Rutter gets it away. Dan James turns. That'll be a free kick. Right on the edge of the area. No, he's played on. Cross comes in from Ayling, and it's cleared away by Huddersfield. I just wonder if Leeds would have rather had a free kick there, right on the edge of the area.
Can James Bell, the referee, not pull that one back as soon as that cross? It's only 3-4 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, I get you. It's almost a double chance, though, isn't it? And yeah, I'm with you on that one, but they had the chance to put it in. I think they would have preferred the free kick. It was neat movement again from Dan James. Leeds 4, Huddersfield 1. 18 left here. Well, after the drama of the first half, in which Leeds were absolutely rampant, brilliant first half display, saw them score 4 goals inside 29 minutes. for them. Second half being a little bit more, as you'd expect, a little bit more laid back and not as much pressure on them to push forward.
Yeah, but it makes the manager's job a lot easier, I feel, for the next game that's coming up. Though this game's done and dusted. But if you take your foot off the pedal and you allow Huddersfield in, you've conceded a goal when you're completely in control of a match. So Daniel Farke, you've got to if you do that against Leicester, you could be out of sight, 2 goals down. So it just keeps their feet on the floor, keeps the whole, I guess, the target, what the aim is, the objective, really kind of in the senses of the players, to make sure they're switched on, concentrated all the time, and when in control, put Huddersfield to the sword. Go and score another 3-4 goals with that same intensity and energy.
Well, they are. Leeds going to make a couple more changes here as the ball cleared downfield. Got 16 and a half minutes of the 90 remaining here. Live on TalkSport 2. Got some huge games coming up during the week as well, as Ayling's pass there. Shackleton's got his teammate out of a bundle of trouble because Thomas would have been in on goal and Shackleton had not won that 50-50 midway inside his own half. Ball wide on the Leeds left-hand side. What a run from Ampadu. He was through the middle, but they didn't see him. He's looking for that first goal, Chris.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's enjoying his football, especially this game as well. Seen a lot of and he's one of them. They're lining up. Who's going to get the next goal? So I'm no surprised that Ampadu's finding himself in those positions.
Here's Dan James looking for the hat-trick. Tries to get to the byline, puts the cross in, it's blocked and it's behind. Nakayama with a challenge, and Leeds have got a corner kick.
Well, he's more getting the ball, and I think Huddersfield are a lot deeper. You know, they're allowing Leeds to have it even in the Huddersfield half. You know, that defensive line. So when Dan James getting it, he's not running it in behind. He's coming back on himself, having 2-3 players to beat. Esteen still seeing a lot of the ball, but he's not getting that clear-cut opportunity to actually kind of get down the outside or find someone with his pass.
Well, Patrick Bamford is about to come on, Jaden Anthony about to come on, but they'll take this corner first, Leeds, as the referee's just having a word with a couple of players. Still Southampton 2, Birmingham 1, and still in the Premier League on TalkSport right now. Chelsea 0, Brentford 1. Here comes the corner. Dan James going to deliver it. Now whips it in, and it's headed away. It's a good header away as well. Matty Pearson it was. And now the ball works out on this near side for Willie Gnonto. Gnonto has got James with him. He'll give it to James. Touchline, whips in a cross just behind Pirot. Almost fell to Pascal Strapp, but instead falls into the waiting arms of Lee Nichols, who collects.
Yeah, just I think the quality's just... It's not kept it to the same level. You know, balls going into the box, that energy. You know, I think in the first half you had 5-6 players trying to get in there and get on the end of it.
You say that though, the ball then was played out to Tom Lees on this near side, and Ethan Ampadu went ballistic with Jorginho Rutter for not closing him down.
Well, there you go, because that's what you do. That's where you get your success. The best teams are the hardest working without the ball. So if you switch off and you allow Huddersfield to come out comfortably, and I love that. Young player here on loan saying, I'm not having that. Not having it. That's what you want. That's what you're here to do, to play your football and put the demands on the players around you.
Here's Pirot now, gets the ball away to Ayling. Ayling finds Dan James. I feel that he might be about to get a breather, Dan James as well. Can he deliver another assist here? He's got the ball down the Leeds right hand side. He's toying. Can he get past Nakayama, who's just standing his ground? Little pass into the feet there of Jorginho Rutter, 25 yards out, tries to poke it through. They're appealing for handball. They're not going to get that. Even Daniel Farke appealed for handball there, but it's not going to be forthcoming, and still Jaden Anthony and Patrick Bamford wait to come on for Leeds.
It's a good game to come on. You know, I think when you're completely on top, Jaden Anthony with the energy, Patrick Bamford with his movement. You know, it'd be nice for him to get that goal, you know, and silence his critics, you know, because what he's done for Leeds, even in the Premier League, the first season, was it 18 odds? Was it 18 goals? Was it something? He was up at those kind of levels, wasn't he? Got himself into the England squad, you know. But he is a fantastic player, but injuries far too many, and it's just one of them. You can be played with a little bit of bad luck there as well.
Here come Huddersfield looking to get a second goal. Ayling will nick that away from Thomas. Did really well. Dan James gets the man on shout from 39,000 Leeds fans, and the ball played forward. Leeds has it. Still not gone out. 13 minutes remaining. Bamford and Anthony are like two eager little school kids wanting to get on into the action. Bamford, who missed that penalty midweek, he'd love a goal here just to get his season up and running. As the ball played forward, another good run from Bergzor. does well, gets the ball out wide, and the cross didn't come in. There were two shirts making their way in, and finally now Leeds, well, are they going to make the change? I'm not sure they are. The referee and the assistant are just asking Daniel Farker, does he want to make it? And Dan James is going to get a breather here. Jayden Anthony comes on. Standing ovation for Dan James, who got the opening goal on 20 minutes. A lovely finish, and again on 33, a fine finish as he got two in that first half, and also coming off Jorginho Rutter. Another good performance from him. There was a lot of eyebrows raised when they paid over £35 million for him from Germany last year. Didn't really have any joy in the Premier League, but he's starting to find his feet, and he gets a great ovation and a warm embrace with Patrick Bamford as he goes on.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed. I think he's seen a lot of the ball, created a lot for the players around him, had a few opportunities himself, but a near perfect performance from Rutter. Just needed to kick in and get on the score sheet as well. So can the likes of Jayden Anthony come on, positive impact, bring that energy, and obviously Bamford, when chances come, and there will be one chance for sure in this game, he has to be clinical. Put the back of the net, get that confidence up, say to the manager, look, I am good enough, I am ready.
Over on TalkSport, still Chelsea 0, Brentford 1. You can listen to that game with Sam Adderford, Scott Minto and Rashmin Chowdhury. If you've got the app, you can swipe left and right between TalkSport and TalkSport 2. If you've not got the app, then really you should be downloading it. So much live sport to keep up with. If you've got the app, you can listen wherever you are. Elsewhere in the Championship, Southampton 2, Birmingham 1 is a latest score. In fact, we're hearing that Southampton have just got a third goal. Southampton 3, Birmingham 1. Bad news for Dance. You'll hear from him straight after this one, because he's commentating with Alvin Mardy on Bournemouth against Burnley this afternoon, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Don't forget, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 tomorrow, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, and then on Monday night we've got Coventry against West Brom from the Championship. Dance will be there with David Nugent, the former England and Preston striker, for that one. Here, 10 minutes to go, and it's been a steady second half performance. It didn't need to be anything other from Leeds. I know the fans would love them to go get 5, 6, 7 goals, but they've got a big game to come on Friday night and a chance to eat into that lead that Leicester have got at the top of the table.
I think it makes the game harder for Leeds by coming out the way they have done this second half. They've had to defend more. When you're high energy and you're on your front foot and you're dictating the tempo, it's an easier game. Everyone's putting the smiles on their faces, everyone's getting into attacking areas, creating opportunity after opportunity, going winning those second balls. And I just think it makes the game a little bit, takes a little bit more out of this Leeds team, albeit they've made changes now.
Here now is Stroud, gets it to Willie Gnonto, who's on this right hand side. He too heads in field, goes past Ampadu. He'll find Glenn Kamara, a willing recipient of the ball. He looks a very measured player at this level. Here now is Bamford, played in behind, but Lees just shoulder barges him off it in the penalty area. Good defending from Tom Lees, who looks around and he's screaming at Mikel Helik to say, what were you doing? I think the referee's actually given a free kick. Bamford might just have been offside.
That was an excellent one. I don't think if he's given offside, they're very, very surprised. Great defending from Lees. Bamford putting the pressure on, there just wasn't enough pace on the ball to get on the other side. But again, fantastic defending from Tom Lees there. Knew where the danger was, got himself between ball and man, and like you say, just ushered him away and won a free kick in the end.
Ball from Strout, looking to get Bamford in behind, but the ball headed away by Helik, the Huddersfield goal scorer. 4-1 here. Huddersfield with that goal after Meslier made a mess of Sorba Thomas's shot from 25 yards. Ball back to Lees, and he'll go back now to Helik. He'll go back to Nichols. Bamford will close down Nichols, and he'll get the ball away far side. Wiles, was he caught? Yes, he was. The referee gives a free kick. What do we make of this Huddersfield second half performance? Because without doubt they've not been as bad, but Leeds have not been anywhere near their pomp. And as one former professional said to me, it's easy to play when you're 3 or 4-0 down at half time. Where was the performance at 0-0?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're playing now, Mark. I just think they're taking responsibility. They're more organised, getting into position, defending better. When Leeds are at full pelt, you have to take big chances defensively, and they were getting found out left, right and centre. Leeds, have dropped the kind of tempo of the game. but Huddersfield aren't creating chance after chance, aren't bombing forward. They're defending well, they're compact, hard to break down. They still haven't had like 3, 4, 5, 6 passes in a passage of play, Huddersfield, but it has been a more, I guess, responsible performance, organised, if you want to say.
Yeah, might be another goal in it for Huddersfield yet. They are trying to commit bodies forward, but ball is back to Meslier. Nice footwork gets him out of a potential spot of bother. There's a ball now with Meslier again. 7 to go here, live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson with former Scotland striker Chris Uwelamo. Ray Carruthers back at base. He'll be taking you through the afternoon. Bournemouth, Burnley still to come. What a game that is. Will today be the day that Bournemouth finally get a victory? Or will Vincent Kompany's side get a massive 3 points? Faye's a big Luton fan. Should be hoping that they both lose this afternoon. If only. Ball going forward now. Here come Leeds. Ball turned over. Bergzorg gets in the centre circle. And the ball played out wide on the Huddersfield left. Kamara is alert, nicks it away. Great midfield play from Kamara. Can that get Leeds fired now? Going down the left, he's just run out of room. Did he keep it in? He did. That's the type of thing that fans want to see. Players winning 50-50s when the game's won.
Well, you heard it straight away as soon as you went and intercepted that pass. You heard everyone, people getting on their feet. That's what they want to see. That high energy all the time. I understand there's a big game coming, and maybe I can't imagine Daniel Farker saying, yeah, let's just steady it. Just go out the same again, guys. Go out and control the game. Go score more goals. Don't let Huddersfield off with anything here. But naturally, when you're in complete control, I guess you don't have that motivation to go out there and do the same. But yeah, they've been comfortable. It's been an excellent performance. Well, 45 minutes anyway.
Here's a chance now. Leeds have found a bit of room. Here's Joe Perreault, 25 yards out from goal, encouraged to shoot. Wants to get the ball under his left foot, lays it off. Here now is Ayling, who's got Gnonto in front of him. He'll slide it to Willie Gnonto now. Gnonto advances towards the edge of the penalty area. Just drifts infield. He's looking for movement. He's looking for the give and go on the edge of the area. He gets it, and then he loses it, and then Kamara robustly wins it straight back off Bergzorg. And here come Leeds again. Like to send their fans home with the last say on the day, the last goal, but the pass intercepted by Hogg, who knocks it long, and Harrott is nowhere near it, and Cooper will get it back for Leeds, who can launch another attack here with 5 remaining.
Yeah, it's just breaking down, isn't it? Gnonto's trying to kind of little gives and go, but he's not. His first pass is putting too much on it. He's not getting the reverse pass, and it's just one of those. It's just kind of breaking down. Even Perreault, Huddersfield have just got so many bodies defensively in that position, but Leeds have got to find the answer. I think it's got to be out wide, going round the outside, and then it's cutbacks, crosses into the box, crosses behind the last defender and goalkeeper. And at the minute, they're still trying to play centrally, Leeds.
Yeah, it's over Thomas. Nice little mazy run, gets it to Wiles, gets it back centre circle. Will move it wide on the Huddersfield right. They're attacking the Cop end here at Ellen Road, looking for a second goal, but Cooper's across us. Eliminate the danger, and Jayden Anthony will roll it back to the Leeds captain Liam Cooper. Then added on time over on TalkSport. Still Chelsea 0, Brentford 1. That's live and exclusive on TalkSport right now. If you got the app, you know what to do. Forward come Pascal Strout, gets it away to Willie Gnonto. Looks to give and go. He wants it in behind Nakayama, but Ayling's pass couldn't find him. And the Japanese international, well, he won it and then he lost it because Nondo came and won it straight back, and maybe just caught Nakayama on the back of his calf, and he's hobbling back here. There was a chance there to feed Gnonto in. Here's Bamford. Gnonto needs to get onside. Well, Bamford might not need him. He turns now. He's into the area. A couple of step overs. Bamford pulls it back, and on the volley, Anthony couldn't connect. 7 yards out, the goal at his mercy, but he couldn't turn it in.
Well, much better from Leeds there. Patrick Bamford going round the outside, driving down this right channel as well, and then he just beats his man, puts the ball across. Jayden Anthony sees it all the way, but just couldn't get the connection. I think it might have just come off a little nick off the Huddersfield defender to take the ball out its flight path there.
Cooper again sweeping up at the back. Keane Harrott's run himself into the ground. I can't remember him having a good pass into his feet. He's worked hard, but no ball to deal with. Here's Ayling going the other way. 2.5 remaining here at Ellen Road, and Leeds are going to close the gap on those above them. Ipswich and Leicester are both in action. You'll hear how they get on with the goals around the ground. The goals as they go in with Adrian Durham on TalkSport from 2:30 this afternoon. As Leeds looking for a fifth, but Perot's touch lets him down. And Huddersfield with Jackson over on the far side. It was well to get away from Anthony, who's trying to pull him down, and that'll be a free kick. That was good play from Ben Jackson. And a quickly taken free kick, and here now is Nakayama. And again, Willie Nonto just ran past him and took it off him. And now Nonto is going forward the other way, but opted just to keep possession instead of bursting forward. And now the ball wide on the left. And that sign there, Willie Nonto a couple of times out of possession. He's raced back, won the ball back. Good signs.
Well, it's good signs, but this is normal. You know, I know what he brings to the team offensively, but you look at like Dan James, Somerville, you know, Rutter, what they do defensively without the ball, they work the socks off, and then when they get it and they've got the space, that energy, that the quality, then that's when they shine as well. So it's part and parcel. That's what Daniel Farker wants from his offensive players.
Yeah, standards.
Yeah.
A minute of the 90 remaining. Leeds with this win will move within 6 of Ipswich, but they have played 2 games more, so the Tractor Boys in good shape. Back in the Championship. There's another free kick given away, this time by Ayling. So tight in the Championship. I'm looking down at the table. Norwich 14th. 3 points out of the top 6. Huddersfield will be looking over their shoulders because a win for Rotherham tomorrow in that South Yorkshire derby would move the Millers within 2 of Huddersfield. Rotherham at Sheffield Wednesday, live and exclusive TalkSport 2 tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. Joe Shannon, Courtney Sweetman Kirk with that one. And we're back in the Championship on Monday. Coventry West Brom with Dance and David Nugent, our Coventry team for that one. TalkSport 2, your home of the AFL. Thomas delivers a free kick towards the edge of the Leeds area. It's won by Hellick, but skips away over on the far side. Did he keep it in? He did. But Leeds take it off him, and now Leeds will come forward. There's not the urgency from Leeds to break as they did in that first 45 minutes when they scored 4 goals. Dan James and Crescencio Somerville both helping themselves to 2 goals each. You have to say the 2 finishes from James in particular were out of the top drawer and gave Nichols no chance. As Ampadu now gets the ball. 4 added on minutes remaining here at Ellen Road. And Leeds would like a 5th goal, but that first 45 minutes will have the fans purring over the weekend and looking forward to a trip to the King Power on Friday.
Yeah, definitely. It's also a frustration, you know, the players like Bamford and Nonto and Jayden Anthony coming on, they want that same intensity, they want to be getting the ball as often, you know, not slowing it down and allowing Huddersfield to get back. They want to be kind of picking them off and using that space in behind. It's just not really kind of played out that way this second half. And that's down to, I guess, a little bit of Huddersfield as well. Now drop a little bit deeper, defending, basically a back 5, isn't it? So you come break us down with another bank of 4 in front of them.
Here now is Jayden Anthony on loan here from Bournemouth. His parent club in action this afternoon. You'll hear it live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Who are you going for, by the way, Bournemouth, Burnley? Who do you think's going to win that one? You were listening this afternoon.
Bournemouth, they haven't had a win yet. No. I've got to say Burnley. I think you know what you're going to get with the Burnley. That's something I'm very surprised about, that Vincent Kompany hasn't just tweaked it a little bit. You know, got promoted playing excellent football, but you've got to change it a little bit in the Premier League.
Yeah, here now is Anthony. Nice little exchange of passes. Bamford, crunching tackle goes in there. That's a free kick for Leeds, wide on their left-hand side, about 25 yards out from the corner flag. It was Jayden Anthony who was upended. So as we move into the second of 4, a minimum 4 added on here, a chance for Leeds from a set piece. Cooper is making his way into the penalty area. Pascal Strout getting up there. Ethan Ampadu in there as well. Can Leeds create a chance for a 5th goal? Huddersfield well beaten here today. And I'm hearing there's been a second goal over on TalkSport, and it's Brentford who will take the Derby spoils. They lead 2-0. Cross whipped in by Anthony. It's cleared away to Nonto. Back to Anthony. So Brentford leading by 2-0. More woe for Chelsea. Cross played in, headed away by Leeds. Can Leeds win it back edge of the area? They will. Here's Luke Ayling now. Gets it away. Here's Ethan Ampadu. Finds Glenn Kamara. And the ball cleared away. And Birdsong is dispossessed again. This time it was Bamford tracking back. Gets a warm round of applause for winning it straight back. I have to say, Ethan Ampadu at £7 million, Chris, it looks a great bit of business from Leeds.
Outstanding, just fantastic ability. Wants the ball all the time, covers so much, but it's with the ball. You know, he sees a pass, can go and tackle as well, but his distribution is outstanding.
Yeah, no Archie Gray today. He'll miss out for the first time this season. The 17-year-old gets a rest at last, but Ampadu and Kamara, not bad. Yeah,
very good partnership. Big fan of Gray as well. What a player. 17 years old, no fear. I think we're on different sides when we say about players that age getting rested. He'll want to play every single minute that he gets.
He will. Well, he got a breather today. Had a busy season and plenty more of it to come from him. Here's Ampadu now. Feeds it to Joel Perrault. Perrault looking, Bamford's moving around. Can they find him? They will. Edge of the area. Anthony's made a great run. Can Bamford find him? Bamford onto his left foot, pulls it wide. Never really looked convincing that. Maybe the pass was the better option, but Bamford, desperate for a first goal of the season, can't hit the target.
Yeah, and it was very evident there as well, wasn't it? You knew that he was going to get the shot away. Jadon Anthony's trying to convince him otherwise, and I think the right option would have just to slide it into the path of Jadon Anthony, who would have taken it into the Huddersfield goal there. But you can't. Bamford, you know, he wants to get his goal, he wants to open his account. The first one is always the hardest one to get of any campaign.
Yeah, well, we're into the final few seconds here. Cooper's header goes all the way back to Lee Nichols, and Leeds are going to get another win there. Unbeaten home start continues. It was 4 cracking goals in the first half that got the job done, as Ellen Road rises as one to salute the team in white. Dan James got things underway. Played in after a great counter-attack involving Rutter and Somerville. James applied the finish from the edge of the box, and from that way on there was only one outcome. Somerville shot through a crowd of bodies in the penalty area, left Nichols unsided for 2-0, and 2 minutes later Dan James, after another blinding counter-attack, scored his second, Leeds third, with 12 minutes of the first half to go. And then in added on time, Somerville it was, played in by Rutter after a great run down the left-hand side. Somerville moved onto his left foot and rolled the ball past the helpless Nichols. There was some respite second half for Huddersfield. A game really played at testimonial pace in that second 45. Alec was on hand after Ilhan Melier spilt Sorba Thomas's shot, but it's scant consolation for Huddersfield, who've conceded 8 goals in their last 2 outings, and Darren Moore's got some big work to do to turn round Huddersfield's fortunes at the moment. For Leeds, they're looking very much at the top of the table. They narrow the gap on the top 2. They go to Leicester live on TalkSport 2 on Friday night. They'll go there in the very best of spirits. They put on a first half masterclass today. Leeds have beaten Huddersfield Town by 4 goals to 1.